Now, some of you have asked how to get the car parking sensors to work and how does the cameras work as well. So there's going to be two different options that you can do to get the cameras on, and that's going to be either whilst you're stationary like I am now, or whilst you're moving, you're reversing. So we'll cover both. But stationary, you're going to come onto the infotainment, click onto the home screen, and then you're going to see a option for a round view monitor. Turn the car on, always helps. And there we go. So now we have got the cameras of the vehicle on. At the top, I've got the front camera. Bottom right, I've got an overview, bird's eye view. And on the left-hand side, that is where all the cameras are, where you can touch different ones to move the camera positions around. And so because this car has got 360 cameras, you can literally click on all the different sides to change the top screen for whichever position you want. You can click the bottom left button, and then that is going to bring up the large rear or then the front. Or if you're parking and you want to see where the curb is or the other car, you can do your mirror view. You can do the mirrors at the front, or you can then bring the cameras towards the rear, and it will just flick between the front wheels and the rear wheel. Next up, you can do a kind of bird's eye view from the bonnet or the boot. So if you are actually going towards a car, you can see how close you are at the front, or if you want to see how close you are to the wall behind, you can bring that up as well. And then lastly, with this, you've got the 3D option, where you can literally then move the camera any position around the car, or what I like is you can use your finger at the top to rotate the car and the camera so you can see whichever part you want. Another cool thing which Jaecoo have added is if you go into the settings in the top right corner, you've got transparent vehicle body, off, semi-transparent, or what was it, fully transparent. So if you click semi, your car, you can kind of see through the car. So you can see the wheels, you can see the road. And then if you go on fully transparent, all you can see is the wheels and then the shadow of where the car is. When you go into the settings as well, this is where you can change to whether the cameras come on or not when you start indicating. Also, whether the panorama comes on when you are doing a slow corner, you can turn them on or off. So it's kind of for like your blind spots if there's cars, or sorry, push bikes or anyone in your blind spots, so you'll be able to see it on there. It's a little bit annoying, especially when your passenger's trying to do the maps or do the radio, and then on the slow corners when you start indicating, it pops up and it actually disengages all the maps and everything. So I'm going to turn it off for now. It's not something I use regularly, and in all fairness, there's not many cyclists in the sticks of where I live. Don't know why the wheels are moving on this. So that is how to look around the car using all the different cameras whilst you are stationary. And now looking at parking sensors, so front and rear, when you go towards an object and you slow down, and there we go. Let me just show you. So that's the wall, the car, the object in front, doesn't really matter. When you start getting close enough and you slow down, the cameras come on, the front sensor's there, and it's showing me. So you've got these 4 boxes for the 4 corners of the bonnet. Green means you've still got some distance to go. Orange means you're almost there, and red means you're starting to get a little bit too close. And yeah, so from there I'm happy, and then you just put it into park, and then the camera turns off. And as soon as I've put it into reverse to go back, it's registering that the vehicle or the wall or whatever is in front of me is still quite close, and it is showing up on the bottom right hand screen. So you don't actually need to do anything to activate the parking sensors front and rear. You just need to get close enough to the object. And then same again with the rear. Start reversing when you start getting close to the object. Sensors will start picking it up. There you go, it's green. Get closer, we're now going into the orange. And now it's bleeping red, and the audible tone, what is bleeping red? The audible tone is bleeping quicker, and it is red boxes surrounding the car. One thing to note is, for me, when I am reversing up to something, I go to the orange boxes, so I know that's going to give the vehicle enough distance so that I can still pop the boot from inside the car and not worry about it. And I suppose the last thing to mention when you are reversing, which I think is pretty cool, is you do get these extra lines. Now, from what I understand, is these thick orange lines are the tyres themselves, and in the outer dotted is the width of the vehicle. And then same on that bird's eye view. And then when you start turning the wheel, you can see whereabouts your front wheels and your rear wheel are going to go on the bottom one. And in this top one, it moves and it shows you exactly where your tyres are going to go. And actually, it does help quite a lot when you are parking in a car park. So on the bird's eye view, you'll be able to see your lines of your parking space, and then you can use the tyre lines to make sure you're centrally located within that box. And that's it. That's how you use the cameras from stationary, and how the cameras work and operate when you are reversing. And then again, how to use the parking sensors front and rear. Don't need to turn them on, just need to get close enough to the object. Well, I hope that helped some of you guys out, and if it did, give it a thumbs up. More importantly, subscribe to the channel. And YouTube have recommended these videos. I'll see you on the next one.